Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast with Phil Graham. We help you master Facebook ads and give you an unfair advantage over your competition. Are you ready? Let's go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast, episode 297. I'm Phil Graham. Today, I'm going to be sharing 5 strategies that could save you money on Facebook and Instagram ads in 2023. This stuff is things that we're doing that can be extremely effective, and I can't wait to share it with you in today's episode. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. We definitely did. We did a lot of fun family stuff, and then also watched a lot of playoff football, which was great, except for the 49ers beating the Seahawks on Saturday. That's disappointing. However, we did have a better season than expected, so that's okay. So watched some playoff football, and then also played around with Chat GPT quite a bit this weekend, and that was fun. So it's a great week. I'm excited that you're here. I can't believe this is already almost 300 episodes for this podcast. How crazy is that? I'm going on my 6th year doing this, and I love every minute of it. So I'm excited you guys are here. Today's topic is really great and very timely because I was looking at a lot of our client accounts, and I've noticed in many of these accounts, the CPM ad prices have actually been going down this month. Some of them are actually cheaper than they were last month, which is great. This is an amazing time to be advertising. I hope you're not missing out. And even with some of the prices going down, it doesn't mean you can't do certain things that could help maybe save even more money on your Facebook ads by running more effective ads. So that's what we're going to be talking about in today's episode. Now, if you guys want to get in touch, whether you're looking for some one-on-one coaching so you can finally learn this ad stuff the right way, or if you actually want somebody to run your ads for you, a professional you can trust, and then you can do what you do best. For either one of those things, you can contact me by going to my website, philgrahamdigital.com, or you can DM me on Instagram at philgrahamdigital, and then let's connect. So I want to jump right into the content today and talk about 5 strategies that we're using that could save you money on your Facebook ads this year in 2023. And strategy number 1 is to find what I call the CPM unicorn and run with it. You're probably thinking, what in the world does that mean? What is Phil talking about? CPM unicorn? So I've been running ads for years, and we've had many millions of ad spend for clients. So I've seen lots and lots of data. And one of the things that I've noticed over and over again is that sometimes we'll find an ad or a combination of things that give us a really favorable CPM amount in a specific ad. And we could be running similar ads that might have CPM that's double the cost, but there's this one ad where CPM is like half the cost of some of these others. And I call those CPM unicorns. It's never one thing and usually not the same thing. So it's not like I can just repeat it on every account no matter what, because it differs. It's varied based off of lots of factors, internal and external to Facebook. And so what you want to do, and what I recommend, and this definitely helps us save money on Facebook, is to do testing and really pay attention to your CPMs, because when you find one that's giving you a really good rate, you want to spend more money on that ad, on that campaign, on that specific ad set, because sometimes you can get 2 or 3 times as much for your money when that happens. Now, there's more to success and saving money than just CPMs, because if you get a really good CPM, but it doesn't result in something like a sale or a lead or the right person seeing it, then that doesn't mean much either. So it's one piece of the puzzle. However, it's an important piece. Think of CPMs like the price of something at the grocery store. That's the price of your ads. So you got to really watch that. So what I do when I want to find a CPM unicorn is I test a few different things. Sometimes it comes in the creative. Sometimes it's as simple as testing a video versus an image. And one of them might be way cheaper to run. Sometimes it's the video that's cheaper, and other times it's the image. You just never know till you test it. So it could be that. Another time it might be an audience. You might be testing a couple different audiences and find one that just really jives with what you're saying and it is loving your content in terms of your ads, and it's the perfect audience, and you might be getting favorable CPMs because of that. So that's another option. Sometimes we change the objective of our ad from, one thing to another, from sales and conversions to traffic or to something else. And just changing your objective could make a big difference. And then other times it's a combination of a couple of those things. So the key thing that I want to really have you guys focus on here is don't just run ads and just have it be whatever it is. Realize that you can run ads, you can see what your pricing is right now, see what the CPMs are today and the last 30 days, and you can do things to try and get better prices, which can make your money go further and help you to be more effective with your ads and then save you money and hopefully make you more money. But you've got to find the CPM unicorns to do it. I don't just randomly run ads. I specifically run ads testing CPMs. So that's strategy number one. Strategy number two is so important, and that is to learn something from every single ad that you run. Every ad you run, you need to learn something. And when I mean learn something, I don't mean it did work or it didn't work. I mean, you need to know why every single time. This means that you don't run ads without a strategy. You don't just randomly run ads with a million different variables that you can't track. You should literally be testing everything. And when you're having ads running, whatever you're testing, there should only be one or two variables between each test, because then you can quickly determine why it didn't work or why it did work. And if it didn't work, you can fix it. You can try something different. If it did work, you can do more of it and confidently put more money towards it. This is one of the biggest mistakes people make, is not learning from the ads they run. So imagine you're running ads throughout the year, and imagine that you literally learn from everything, both the failures and the successes. And every time you learn from an ad, you document what you learned and you adapt to what you're doing in your next ad. Can you imagine ad after ad, day after day, month after month, when you do it like that, compared to 99.9% of the rest of the world who are just randomly running ads? Can you imagine how much of an advantage that gives you? It's crazy. Not to mention, you can become much more effective because you are learning from everything. You're not just randomly running stuff. And then you're adapting to the data, which can help you save money and make more money with your ads because you become more skilled at it. So number two is so important. Make sure you guys never run an ad that you don't learn from. Always make sure that you learn from every ad from this point forward. Number three, another strategy that we're using to help save more money on ads this year is to run more ads that have a call to action on the platform, on Facebook and Instagram. Now, that means running ads that could be lead ads that take place right on Facebook, or they could be messenger ads, things like that. That doesn't necessarily mean the CPM will be lower than other ads, although they could be, but that does mean that there's a lower barrier of entry for somebody to become a lead. Whether it's giving you their email address or messaging you, they don't even have to leave the platform for that to happen. And so it's easier for your audience to take action. So by itself, I don't just recommend only doing that. This is part of a bigger strategy. We still run the majority of our ads to landing pages and websites and blog posts and things like that that are not on the platform. That's still the majority of what we do. However, this year we are doing more ads than we used to with calls to action on the Facebook and Instagram platform. So I definitely recommend you guys test more messenger ads and lead ads in addition to doing all your regular ads as well, because for us, that's definitely helped us reduce our costs and improve our effectiveness. Number 4 is crushing it with video ads. If you've been listening to me on this podcast for any length of time, you know how much I love video ads and how effective they are. Video ads not only are amazing, but they give you 3 times the benefit of other types of ads in many situations. For example, let's talk about the 3. They can accelerate the know, like, and trust factor. That's one benefit. If you just have an image or just plain text, I mean, that could do it. But with a video, especially if it's you or somebody in your company on the video, people will probably have that know, like, and trust factor much more quickly. So that's one benefit of video. Audio is also another great way to accelerate the know, like, and trust factor. The second benefit of video is it can help differentiate you from everyone else. Because whether it's you personally or you as a company or a brand, you are different. You definitely need to be. And the best way to communicate that is through video ads. Just you running a video ad, talking about your differentiation and being different can make a huge difference. So that's the second benefit of video ads. And then the third benefit, and this is one of my favorites, you have multiple retargeting options. So normally, let's say you're running an image ad and they look at the ad, but they don't click. They just look at it and then that's it. They don't go to your website or anything like that. It's tough to get a retargeting option from that. However, if you're running a video ad, let's say they watch part of your video, but maybe they don't have time to go to your website or they don't want to click off of the platform right now. If they watched any part of your video, you can retarget them with another ad, knowing that they watched part of your video, even if they didn't leave the platform. So you have that retargeting option. If they, did all the normal stuff too, if they liked or commented or shared or anything like that, you can retarget that. And then obviously if they did click to go to your website, you can retarget that. So it's got multiple retargeting options. It gives you more differentiation and a quicker know, like, and trust factor. These are reasons why I love video ads so much. And for us, they've helped us save a lot more money on ads and also make money on ads as well. That doesn't mean I don't love image ads. I still run lots of image ads, but video ads can definitely help. And if you're on a low budget, video ads is definitely a great way to go. It would be my number one thing for you if you're on a low budget in terms of creatives. You still got to do a great video and ad copy and all that stuff. It's not just automatic, but that's one of the things I would use, especially on a low budget. And last but not least, my friends, number 5, stop turning your ads off too fast. How many of you do this? How many of you guys run ads and after a couple days, you kind of panic and you turn them off because they're not working? Be honest. Is that you? Because if it is, that's probably way too fast for a lot of you, unless you're spending huge ad budgets. So many people turn off winning ads way too fast and they waste money. You don't want to be making that mistake. Now, there's no magic formula for how long you should let an ad run because there's lots of variables. It depends on your budget, your audience size, what types of ads you're running, and lots of other factors. And then evaluating the data to let it run is a skill. It's something you have to build over time, and you can learn from people like me as you go until you get really good at that skill. But speaking in general here on the podcast, I will say that so many people just shut ads off way too fast. That is a huge mistake. I can tell you this, we test so many things, and a lot of our biggest winners, a lot of our best, most profitable ads didn't start off that way in the first couple of days or even the first week. And if we would have just turned them off, we would have wasted so much money. So I don't want you to make that same mistake. It doesn't mean leave a losing ad on for months. I'm not saying that either. But most of you are probably turning ads off way too fast rather than letting them go too long. So don't make that mistake. How long should you let your ads run? That depends on so many factors. There's no way for me to say that without knowing you and your exact situation and all the variables. I will say, if I had to kind of give a general example, I would say unless you have a really large budget, you should typically let an ad run for at least a couple weeks, unless the budget is really large. That's going to give you a better idea of whether the ad is working. And during that time, there's going to be pieces of data that you can see that will at least guide you and help you know if you're on the right track or not. But I'm telling you this, too many people turn ads off way too fast, and that can hurt you. So be very careful. Obviously, you don't want them running too long either. That's where that skill part comes in and experience. But when you work on this and you get it right, it can really help you. So I hope that was helpful, my friends. Those are some strategies we're using to help us save more money and make more money with Facebook and Instagram ads this year in 2023. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Episode 297 is in the books. If you do want to get in touch, again, philgrahamdigital.com is my website, or you can DM me on Instagram at philgrahamdigital, and I will talk to you on next week's episode. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast. Please remember to subscribe and share this with all your friends. For show notes, more tips, and to learn more about Phil, please visit philgrahamdigital.com/podcast.